Welcome back, we're right here where we left off with Son of Drop, that's the name. Meh, it figures that the whole "if you come on the day of a full moon or the water will change into blood" thing is a lie. The water's normal. Of course it is, gee. Right away, Himeno says so regretfully, even so, she's still unable to hold back her excitement at having come to the aquarium, and her steps are fittingly light. Ow. Ow. As you come out of the gate, there are several small tanks nearby. Manta Aquarium's first and most celebrated exhibit is the one displaying fish native to Tokyo Bay. There are 4 tanks in this corner, from left to right, each one showing the environments of the river flowing into Tokyo Bay, brackish waters, shoals, and open water come one right after the other. Himeno giggles as rockfish, porgy, and other fish we recognize from the supermarket are also there. This booth also showcases environmental problems in order to prompt consciousness of the issue, causing a tightening in my chest. Water pollution is a serious problem. Damn! Tomorrow I think I'll try asking Mom to use a little less detergent. Good choice, little girl. Good choice. Suddenly it gotten like this. Himeno's reaction is the polar opposite of mine. Even as I'm reading the panels, she's uninterested in the display. Just like that, I read every last panel. Himeno has long since stopped watching me, crossing her arms and puffing out her cheeks. Thanks for waiting, Himeno. Gee, you're too serious, Mayu. If you act like that the whole time, the day will be over. Close. It'll be fine. This area isn't that big, and it's not like I'm going to read everything. As soon as she hears what I said, an expression of dissatisfaction appears on Himeno's face. But if that's an expression of dissatisfaction, well, okay. Well, let's head to the next area. Next is the tunnel tank. There might be ghosts. Or maybe that will be with the human-like fish. Gee, come on already. Even saying something like that, upon entering the aquarium, I had begun to enjoy myself. Upon cheerfully calling out to Himeno, my previous unease has disappeared, leaving me ready to move forward with a light step. I'm using a headset now. Amazing! Really amazing and pretty! With no door to partition this booth and the next, passing beside this tank took us to the next one, where larger breeds of fish swim about. There's a manta ray. Oh, you have the ability to teleport, okay? Okay. This is no ordinary tank, but rather a giant tube-like tunnel, with the left and right sides connected above our heads in an arc. As we walk through the tunnel, we're able to watch the fish moving about in 3 dimensions. We bring our faces as close as we can to the glass, giving the illusion that we're in the ocean. Just watching the mantas, the rays, the various types of sharks, and the sea turtles can be intoxicating for us humans. Okay. When I was a child, I thought the ceiling might crack, but now I passed that feeling up, leaving only the throbbing of my heart. The water is a giant bundle of blue, various colors within it shooting every which way. Being able to see how big they are up close, separated by mere centimeters of glass, is so impressive it gives me the greatest realization of our shared existence. Here, Himeno's pace slows and she takes her steps one by one. Hey Mayu, look at those huge fangs. Himeno, that fish is cute too. Ooh, the stingray's face is creepy. Really? I think it's cute. Ah, a manta. It's huge. That little one over there looks yummy. Personally, I'm not going into a fish booth and say, oh, look at that fish, it looks quite delicious. Talking as the words come to us, our conversation seems out of sync. Our feelings of being touched, however, are the same, and Himeno's enjoyment is obvious. Being surrounded by the water and the fish as we are, we feel as though we are freed from any sense of time. Mayu, doesn't this ray's face look human? Maybe so. It does. The mystery of the human-faced fish is solved. Naturally. Well, if you're okay with it, then so am I. First, we learned the true nature of one of the urban legends. It was just a fish. It was fine either way, but for Himeno this way is probably best. Though from Himeno's enthusiastic stance, even as she watches the fish, she probably realizes just how implausible it all is. Rather than get tired of it, though I'm having fun. We moved leisurely through the tunnel, coming to a stop at the center. Up to this point, only the big things have caught our eyes, but on closer inspection of the tank, there's also sand piled up to our knees, with shrimp, shellfish, small fish and other such creatures dwelling there. Compared to the manta rays, the small shrimp, which can't even be considered child-sized, seems so cute and innocent as they swim about, breaking through the sand. Are we talking about human child-sized or shrimp child-sized? Because human child-sized would be such a shrimp. Would be impressive. Hey look, Himeno. Ah, it's tiny. As I expected, Himeno has followed the human-faced ray, and on seeing my fingertip speaks in a playful tone. Upon sensing the tremors from Himeno poking the glass, the ray kicks at the sand and flees deeper into the tank. Man, it's gone now. As I say this to Himeno, I smile at the small shrimp. Himeno does the same, smiling widely. Before long, the two of us are looking up at the ceiling, toying with the question of just how high it is. Even looking up, we can only see the fish swimming, never the ceiling itself. Looking up from the bottom of the sea, one would normally see the rays of the sun piercing the water. But looking up here was the opposite, with the bottom of the sea seeming to continue forever. It could have been the reflection of the light, or the ceiling really might have been too high. As I realized, I can't be sure, my eyes settled on a small but characteristically long-nosed shark swimming past. Sharks. Sharks? It's a ray, isn't it? I just saw it from behind earlier. As soon as I mutter that, Himeno responds. It's true that, although I'm interested in this type, Himeno is fixated on the human-faced ray. Oh, we have a heart attack. We're having a stroke. Huh? What's up? What? That was a weird sound. Sorry. Himeno asked, but I falter. This conversation gives me a sense of what you might call déjà vu. How strange. I felt as if I had this conversation before. At that moment, my vision is dyed ultramarine. Okay. Oh, hi there. Huh? It was no longer Himeno in front of me, but someone else that had caught my attention. This can't be real. Hey Mayu. The ultramarine color unchanged. Within it, a face like mine passes before me. A face like mine from 5 years ago. Wearing an ultramarine overcoat that merges with the color of my vision. The girl turns to me and seems to be giving me a gentle smile. Mayu, wait! Marie. Without hearing Himeno calling me back, I start running. We haven't finished looking at everything in the tube tunnel tank, but there's something more important right in front of me. Long hair that looks almost transparent, a thick blue coat, cute boots with fur on them. There was no way I could forget that outfit. It's because it was the outfit my little sister, Nakanobe Marie, wore when she went missing her ear 5 years ago. The girl quickens her pace as if playing with me and disappears out the other side of the tunnel. There are hardly any people there, but I lose sight of her between the shadows of the tanks and the corner. Marie, how? Why? Mayu, wait! Breathing heavily, Himeko. Himeko? I thought it was Himeno. Himeko chases after me, I say sorry, and break away from her, searching for the vision of Marie. As I come out of the tunnel, I survey the area, spotting a winter skirt nearby, but just after that swaying form. Behind me I can hear the intensities of Himeno's rushing steps and quicken my pace. Kia! Having fallen into a trance, I realize what's going on when I slam to someone and fall on my backside. Oh, ghetto. The girl clicks her tongue as she picks up what she had dropped. As I start to say excuse me to her, she already moving past me and running off somewhere. Because of that brief incident, I'm unable to find my way out of my confusion. Anyway, Marie. I feel bad about the person I'd run into, causing me to feel flustered. In that exchange, I lose sight of both that long hair and that long skirt. But you were going this way, right? I'm not sure myself where I'm running to, but I think you can say I'm definitely running with all my heart. I pass between more tanks than I can remember, but I don't pay them one bit of attention. I just continue following Marie's back, running. Marie's just as bashful as she was the day she disappeared. Mayu, get a hold of yourself. These few words end my chase. To be more accurate, it was ended by Himeno herself, who had grabbed my wrist. Huh? You suddenly took off, and you wouldn't turn around no matter how many times I called you. Even when you dropped something, you had no idea. What happened all of a sudden? Wait, Himeno. If I can go after Marie, I'll explain everything, so... Hold it! Oh no, she's crying. I look back at Himeno upon hearing her extremely hurt voice. I see tears forming in Himeno's eyes, and I turn my whole body to face her. I stand in silence like this for several seconds. If I tell Himeno about Marie, I'm sure she will regret bringing me to Manta Aquarium. When she followed me, she had to have seen Marie. It's natural that she would have some misgivings about me chasing some total stranger, since she doesn't know Marie. Except she looks exactly like you. But okay. Even so, I'm not sure what to say. If I apologize now and play dumb, we can probably go back to playfully searching the aquarium for information. But that is not something I can do. It isn't the similarities that are the problem. Marie is here, and just as she had been on that day. There's no way I can go home without taking her with me. Mayu, tell me what's going on. Who's Marie? Why do you keep running off without saying anything? Tears are pouring out of Himeno's eyes. I can't understand why she's so sad. But still, my little sister, she was here. Little sister? See, the girl I was chasing, she's my little sister. Marie disappeared 5 years ago at this aquarium. Looking at Himeno's tear-stained face, I no longer feel like hiding anything. Perhaps in the depths of my consciousness, I'm hoping Himeno will become satisfied and say she wants to look for Marie with me. I'll explain in more detail later. Oh, now she's angry. On top of that, when I look back once more, Himeno squeezes my hand and holds me back. This is the gentlest but the strongest that she held my hand. Himeno stares into my eyes, then tilts her head to the side. What do you mean? You were chasing someone? I told you, the little girl that was in front of me, wearing the ultramarine coat and the boots, remember? You haven't said that, but okay. That was Marie, exactly how she looked long ago. Mayu, snap out of it! Himeno shouts. It isn't simply a loud voice, but one waved down with great sadness. It definitely gets through to me, but that doesn't mean it will stop me. Because without a doubt, I was right. Marie had been right before my eyes, so I had to chase. Let's just say that even if this Marie girl is here, she would have grown in 5 years and her clothes wouldn't be the same. It's summer, so she wouldn't be wearing a coat. Moreover, she was here, I saw her. No, Mayu, no. Mayu, you weren't chasing anyone. You just took off running, leaving me behind, okay? Could you just calm down for a bit? Our tickets will get us back in. So how about some cocoa in the rest area? I think you're tired, since you were a little shaky earlier. Himeno seems pretty frantic, so I know she isn't lying just to persuade me. There's no way that my seeing Marie there was a lie. That's why I start to speak without really knowing what I want to say. I get an Corpse Party Seiko and Naomi feeling here. Himeno. Mayu, okay? Wiping away her tears, Himeno smiles at me. Surely she has plenty of strong feelings about this whole thing. I'm sure she has loads to say about me keeping the Marie thing, and my reason for resisting visiting Manta Aquarium quite. Even so, it seems as though Himeno has accepted me. She just smiles and lets it go. That's probably right. Surely, if we're by the entrance, we know if Marie comes out. Are you? It's good. That's right, that's more like you. Let's go have some cocoa, and you can tell me everything. As she smiles, Himeno once again takes my hand into her soft palm. Oh, that's right, you dropped this. You gotta be more careful. With the hand that isn't holding my own, she hands me something small. It's a keychain. The blue droplet shape is inlaid with stardust and also holds a starfish charm. It isn't exactly rare, being a giveaway item. But why did Himeno have it? Only questions arise in my mind. Why, when that keychain was... Oh, did she slap her? Damn. I'm thinking about it, I instinctively shake off Himeno's hand. Hey, what are you doing? After I pick it up for you and all? Himeno's voice like an arrow piercing through me. The pain in my chest is nothing more than discomfort. What is Himeno saying? It isn't mine, so I can't possibly have dropped it. And now I can't look at Himeno's face. Liar. Huh? Liar? That's not mine. It isn't something I dropped. It was Marie's. Marie dropped it. That can't be. I'm not lying. Really. There was no Marie-chan, so she couldn't have dropped the keychain. Himeno was becoming gruff as she continued. Really? Isn't it you who's lying? No one else is here. That's enough. Himeno, you dummy. Saying only that, I turn my back on Himeno. When I glance back, Himeno's shocked expression is getting further away. She called me dummy. Oh no. She was there. Marie had definitely been there. Because the keychain Himeno had belonged to Marie. There was no way I could forget. It was just before Marie went missing. Okay, we got a Naruto flashback right here. I think I'm making a cut. Yes. Hope you enjoyed so far and see you in the next part of Sound of Drop. Falling into Poison. See you then.